The EPA just dropped a bombshell that every fed-up American driver has been waiting for. The automatic start-stop nonsense is getting gutted. On February 12th of 2026, President Trump and EPA Administrator Zeldin signed off on what they're calling the single largest deregulatory action in U.S. history. They scrapped the entire 2009 Obama-era greenhouse gas endangerment finding. This wiped out all of the federal greenhouse gas emission standards for vehicles from model 2012 forward. And most importantly, for anyone who's ever cursed at a red light because their engine shut off, it's frustrating and potentially unsafe. But this eliminates every last government compliance credit. That includes the one that rewarded automakers for jamming that start-stop systems into our cars. This isn't some polite adjustment. It's a full-on demolition of regulatory manipulation that turned a minor fuel savings gimmick into a nationwide headache. Zeldin didn't mince words during the announcement. He called start-stop the almost universally hated feature, the Obama switch that makes your engine die every time you stop. Trump hammered it too, blasting the old policy as a disaster that jacked up prices and forced unwanted technology on consumers. The EPA's own press release echoed the sentiment. This hated technology that kills your engine at stops and jolts it awake is no longer propped up by government handouts. Off-cycle credits are gone, over and done. For years, drivers have been stuck with this junk because regulators dangled roughly 1 mile per gallon credit to help automakers meet greenhouse gas targets on paper. Never mind the real-world savings. They're a joke, often barely noticeable in everyday driving, especially outside perfect lab conditions. The feature got shoved into everything from sedans to trucks, not because buyers begged for it, but because it was cheap and a quick way to check compliance boxes. And automakers loved the easy credit. Consumers got stuck with the aggravation. So I asked Greg Damon, an ASE master technician, for a comment, and he stated, mechanically, it's a disaster waiting to happen. Those constant restarts hammer the starter motor. Even the reinforced versions wear out faster from all the extra cycles. Batteries also get cycled hard, so you need pricey parts or enhanced types that cost way more to replace than the standard one. Engine internals take extra abuse too. Timing chains, bearings, and oil passages face repeated stress, especially on warm restarts when lubrication isn't instant. Mechanics see the fallout in shops with higher failure rates, specialized repairs, and bills that sting consumers. All that added engineering complexity, beefed up parts and material costs just to chase one measly MPG on a spreadsheet. Give me a break. But is one MPG enough to add an extreme amount of engineering and material costs and the additional wear on the engine, even with reinforced components? Hell no, not when it drives up the sticker price of new cars, inflates long-term ownership costs, shortens engine life, and turns what used to be a smooth, predictable drive into a jerky, unpredictable annoyance. And drivers know it. They've been disabling the damn thing every single time they start the car, if the manufacturer even gives them that option. Some cars force you to hit the button ritualistically. Others hide any permanent kill switch altogether. Subaru owners in particular have been raging about the hesitation and the weirdness in their flat four engines. Forums, reviews, and social media are flooded with the same complaint. This isn't progress. It's punishment. I contacted every major brand after the ruling dropped, and they all fed me the same scripted line. They'd review the strategy if regulations changed officially. Well, consider it changed. Loudly, publicly, and with zero ambiguity. With these credits vaporized, the financial incentive vaporizes. Expect plenty of manufacturers to quietly phase it out in upcoming models, or finally offer a real set it and forget it disable. No more fighting the system, just enjoy normal driving. Now, the bigger picture here is massive. The Trump administration projects a $1.3 trillion in total regulatory relief from slashing these burdens, translated to real savings for families, businesses, and the economy. Per vehicle estimates hover around $2,400 less in compliance-driven costs, making cars more affordable again. Trump nailed it. The Obama-era policy wrecked the auto industry and hammered consumers with higher prices. Zeldin doubled down, saying the move restores consumer choice, lowers the cost of living by easing vehicle prices that ripple through everything, and ends the era of forced technology nobody wants. Now, other Clean Air Act rules for things like tailpipe pollutants stay on the books. Nobody's claiming emissions are going unregulated entirely. What died today is the prescriptive, heavy-handed push that reward gimmicks like start-stop for manufacturers to hit unreasonable greenhouse gas numbers. And automakers get real freedom now to chase actual efficiency, better engines, smarter hybrids, lighter builds, aero tweaks without saddling vehicles with features that eat away at reliability and driver satisfaction. The automotive aftermarket world wins big too. That $100 billion plus industry supporting over 330,000 American jobs can breathe easier without constant threats from compliance-driven shifts toward electrification or away from traditional powertrains. Innovation can finally follow what buyers actually demand and not what bureaucrats dictate. This is a straight-up victory for common sense on the road. Start-stop hung around because Washington incentivized it, not because Americans embraced it. Its survival was artificial, propped up by credits and mandates. Now those crutches are gone, and the features face the ultimate test. Do drivers want it voluntarily? The answer for millions of irritated owners has always been a thunderous no. The EPA heard the outrage from coast to coast. Drivers made it crystal clear. They despise this absurd start-stop cycle. And today, that voice won. Vehicles can go back to being reliable, responsive machines built for real people, not regulatory checklists. If you've ever muttered under your breath at a traffic light while your engine stops and then starts again like it stalled, this one's for you. Share it far and wide because the era of government-mandated automotive irritation just took a fatal hit. If you like this video, give it a like and subscribe for more videos like this, and check out our car review channel, Car Smarts. You can support me by buying me a cup of coffee, and if you want even more content, check out the links in the description. I'm Lauren Fix. Thank you so much for watching.